All right, I'm going to break. I'm going to officially give you some of the worst kept secret matchup going on in MMA right now. But Ilia Topuria is fighting Arman Tsarukyan. And yes, I am telling you that. So, but it doesn't cease to be interesting. Like, there is a number of guys at 155 who have called out Topuria, and I don't mean to fight him. They've called him out and said, "Hey, what a coward! Hey, this guy should fight Tsarukyan. I can't believe he's ducking Tsarukyan." And the whole thing is based upon Ilia doing an interview and saying, "I have no interest in fighting Tsarukyan." Now, the reason that it's peculiar to me, when fellow 155 pounders. All right, now this used to be known as a sandhagging. We don't do that to Corey anymore. But it used to be a colloquialism in our sport. When you didn't follow the sport, you didn't even follow your own weight class. You didn't even follow your own self. They tried to give Corey, I'm sorry to reminisce if Corey sees this, but come on, he's doing a great job now. He can handle it. He's got a title fight. But they tried to give Corey a world title fight. They tried to make it in the ring. And Corey did not know what was going on. Now, everybody watching it knew why these questions were being asked. They knew they were about to take a title fight from Aljamain Sterling and give it to Corey Sandhagen. They were making the fight. They're in the moment of a public discussion. Sandhagen shares his opinion. Geez, I think I'm in a great spot. I think Aljo should get the fight, and I'll fight Aljo if he wins. I mean, he gave the fight right there. They made the fight that night. They gave it to Aljo. There was nothing they could do. Right? If a guy's ever in court, let me just give you guys an example. But if a guy's ever in court and he says, "I did it," if he didn't do it, if the judge is like, "Hey, no, wait, you don't understand the law. You're innocent." No. He's going away. They're never going to go against him when he says something bad about himself. Now, if he says, "I'm innocent," they're going to hold an entire trial. It will mean nothing to anybody. Well, let's prove it. We don't believe it. But if he says something negative, they will believe him 100% of the time. All right, now, I'm only sharing for you. This was known as a sandhagging, and I'm seeing guys at 155 calling out Ilia Topuria. And they're not calling him and saying, "I want to fight him." They're calling out that he said that he doesn't want to fight Arman Tsarukyan. Okay, first off, that fight is done. Just so you understand. But guys do have a recipe. They're creatures of habit. No more than when Ilia steps outside and dips, he's going to throw a hook. 100% of the time to your face, not to your body. Not looking for your liver. Not a shovel hook. He's stepping outside. Boom. He's coming with a KO punch. I mean, I'm just sharing. Like, they're creatures of habit. So, share my own personal story with you. But when I was having issues with Anderson Silva, it would keep me up at night. Now, Anderson was famous and successful, and his legacy was intact, and he was rich. He didn't need a Chael Sonnen. He didn't need anybody. Boy, I needed him to choose me. I mean, I really worked hard to get him to choose me. But when I started to know that I have, now let me just tell you Anderson's formula. He did this 100% of the time. He may not have known it about himself. He may not. I don't know if it was a discipline act or much like dipping outside for Ilia and he's coming for that chin. But Anderson's move was to deny a fight. It was the first step to him accepting a fight. 100% of fights he promoted the same way. And he did very good and he sold out a lot of arenas. But his formula was the same, which is deny the fight. Whoever the guy was, whoever the number one contender was, let him hold the number one contender's match. Let the press conference happen where Dana announces that guy's next. Let him do all of it, say nothing, but once That number one contenders match is over. Once it is established, come out and deny the guy the fight. It's the first step in Anderson Silva promotion. You let the media run with that. And at that time, he could get about 2 weeks. He could get about 2 weeks, and it was the good and the bad. Yeah, Anderson's right. That guy doesn't deserve the fight, whoever it might be. To, hey, Anderson's wrong. Hey, you're the champion. Hey, he's got to fight everybody. It would take about 2 weeks for this to die down. He would let that die down. He would then accept the fight. And he didn't do a lot of media. He didn't go out every day, and he didn't do radio tours. He could do one statement, and he could get 2 weeks of run out of it because he was such a big deal. So Anderson's formula, again, for every single fight, he would deny the fight, let that die down after about 2 weeks. He would then accept the fight, let that excitement die down after a few weeks, and then he would come out with a report that he would never confirm or deny. He would just make sure that it got out into the media that he was injured and the fight was off. He would never come out and go, no, get tickets and everything's fine. I'm going to push for it. Never. He would make sure a report got to the media. Then they'd speculate back and forth. Then they're trying to get an answer. And then they're waiting on a phone call from Ed. And they haven't heard from Anderson. But we did hear from a teammate who saw him the other day. And for weeks, he with 3 sentences would go and get over a month of media. It was just his formula. It's just what he did for fights. Whether he's aware of that or not. I studied him. I'm sure you take me at my word. But Ilia does the same thing. Ilia's got his own thing. And Ilia is not out accepting fights, and he's not acknowledging that he looks at the rankings. He's not acknowledging that he's in a position where he has to do what he's told, where he works for the company. He is presenting, much like McGregor, a position of power, though he doesn't have it. He's not being a dick behind the scenes. To call Ilia a coward, I mean, this is such strong language, and I do feel like people have forgot what happened in the last 3 months. Ilia Topuria did not move up to 155 to fight for a vacant title. That is your mind playing a trick on you. He did not move up to 155 to fight Charles Oliveira for a championship. That is your mind misremembering. Ilia Topuria dropped the belt and moved to 155, coming straight after Islam Makhachev. So to suggest that he would not fight a guy who lost to Islam Makhachev, just for example, this is silly. This is silly, and he's not denying the fight. He has his approach. He has a way that he's found to build fights. He is a very big star. Much like he's not going to start slipping outside and not finding that knockout hook, he's not going to change the formula that he has, whether he's aware of it or not. But for fellow 155-pounders to be sitting back and to be judging and to be pointing a finger at Ilia Topuria, Ilia is playing you. Ilia is going to fight Tsarukyan. And outside of an illness or an injury, he's going to fight Tsarukyan next. Do you need more detail? Do I need to get into T-Mobile in December? Are we good here? Well, let's call it here.